Hey there. Oh my goodness. It was windy out, I guess, when I went out for errands. Hey there and happy Wednesday. So kind of feels like Friday because I'm ending my crafting sessions for the week here live with you. But after this, I hope I left enough hours in my day to pack up my craft room and bring it down to Okoboji for the retreat. If you are planning on joining me to come and shop my pop-up sale Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and I will post the hours that I will be open for the pop-up sale for those coming in from the outside to shop. I will be posting them here on this page. There is row construction, so I will post kind of the workaround. It sounds like, oh gosh, I'm never going to get there, but then when I looked on the map and followed the camp director's workaround, I'm like, oh, we will get there. It'll be easy. And I was appreciative of the extra tips that she gave us to get there and such. So yeah, so you can do that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can join me if you want. But so today's my Friday, and I'm actually ending it with card number 10 out of 10 for my November set of 10 cards. And then Monday, I will be back at it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it'll be like Friday for everybody on Wednesday next week too because of Thanksgiving. Hi, Julie. Hi, Diane. So here is today's card number 10. Very simple. I saw this from fellow demonstrator, something similar, let's say, Sue Moore, and I went, you know what? I have all those things to make that or something similar. And so I thought, let's put that together for you guys, because I know a lot of you stampers out there, at least my stampers, I call you my stampers, love like the nature looking cards and things like that too. Hey there, Wendy. See you tomorrow. So let me get my iPad turned on and set down and my camera turned around for you guys so that I can start creating it for you. Yeah, it's just kind of a different looking card, and one of those that I love it when you guys go, oh, you know what, I can copy that layout and do something different too, which you can. So as I kind of pick it apart and put it together, you'll be like, oh yeah, that was simple, and I love the pop that it brings from it. So here it is. It's a Christmas card, but actually it could almost be, you know, a fall card if you wanted to. I almost thought about instead of having these birds be metallic, even just like red, because that would really pop against the green colors and the pine cones too. Thanks, Diane. So the stamp set, there's not a lot to the stamp set here. The Christmas wishes, and then in the inside I add Be Merry. That's from Banner Year, and a lot of you got this. It came out last year, and what I like about it, it has a lot of sentiments for Halloween, fall, Christmas, Valentine's, things like that. So sometimes it's hard to find even Happy Thanksgiving, but there it is for you. And that is in the annual catalog on page 95. Last year it was bundled with a punch, and this year the punch is still available as well as a stamp set, but they're sold separate, so that is where that comes from. And now this pretty paper is the Painted Christmas, so this is what I'm using today. Hi, Kay. And then you might see some of these pages here that is also from Painted Christmas and some of my scraps there, and go, oh yeah, that's that paper, I have that, or she's used that before. So that comes from the mini catalog on page 17 here, so you can see that that's where that comes from. So there's actually this that I'm using today, and this is another similar pine cone pattern too, if you like that. So that works for that. And then before I get too far, I wanted to point out, because this was kind of fun yesterday when Stampin' Up! Came out with its cardstock sale, cardstock 10% off, ink pads 15% off, and dies 20% off. I thought, okay, I think of bundles, I think of dies, and I think of bundles and such. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing people order layering circles, which I'm using today, and a lot of people ordered layering diorama, things like that. I'm like, these are standalone. So now it made me get out my catalog again and go, now which dies did I think I wanted but not necessarily needed? 20% off plus my demonstrator discount. I'm like, that's so cool. And I keep wondering if somebody's going to sign up to join my team, because the sale also reflects on the on the starter kit too. So the starter kit's on sale for $75 instead of $99. You get $125 worth of product, but then you can take all the stuff that's on sale and put it in your kit to get even a better deal too. So let me know if you're interested in that. That goes through the end of the month, but the sale ends tomorrow on the paper, inks, and dyes. Okay, so this is the pretty brushed metallic that I've kind of been using on and off throughout the month, and I took out a new package. My other package, I'm sure a lot of you have packages that look like this, especially when it comes to the metallic stuff that you just save to use little bits and pieces of everything. So when I opened up a nice new pretty package, I'm like, I gotta show you guys this because it comes in copper, gold, and oh, it's on page. I want to get this right too because so many people ask what are the tones in there. It's on page 32. Sorry about that. I should know that off the top of my head, shouldn't I? Especially as often as I use it. Okay, bronze, copper, and gold. Here we go. Bronze, copper, and gold. 2 sheets of each in the package. So that's what that comes with when you get that. And that is from the mini catalog. So I've kind of been using bits and pieces, but I kind of felt like my package was too ugly to share with you guys. Now I have a nice one. All right, on to making the card. Because this comes together really quick, I felt like I could share a couple extra things with you. Let's see. I'm going to start with, so here's my kind of my color combinations of the day. So soft and pretty for the holidays. So I have, you know, like the 2 different kinds of that brush metallic cardstock that I talked about, soft succulent, and then the painted Christmas with some white. So that's my color combination today. And I'm going to start by bringing out my layering circles framelits dies, and these could be 20% off, guys. I just showed you all of these circles. So I'm taking one of the circles and then one of the oval circles, and so, or scallop circles, I should say, not oval circles, scallop circles. That doesn't make sense. And so out of all of this, I'm choosing these 2. So with the circles die, some of them are scalloped and some of them are plain. And then I'm just going to take kind of the more coppery looking one, and I've got my mini cut and emboss machine out today. Nope, I want to do the scallop one here. And so I'm going to scoot that through. I almost put the wrong one. Need to layer this, get my cutting pad out, and run this through. So yeah, it seems like quite a big circle, and I'm kind of excited to show you that as big as a circle seems, it still fits through the little cute mini cut and emboss machine. So when I take this out and pop it like so, then we have that. So I'm going to just kind of set that aside. And now the circle, this is where we need the bigger machine. And kind of just set that aside. And I love how it folds up. Kind of wanted more of a tighter crafting area as I started to pack up. Okay, so for that, I just grab this 4 by 5 1/4 piece of designer series paper and kind of just put it in the corner about like so, and then I will run that through like so. Hi Missy, hi Jeannie, hi Shelly. Okay, and we've got that. And then I think we're ready to do some assembly here. Like I said, this card really comes together really pretty quick. So with this pretty paper here, you're like, okay, there's a ginormous hole in there, but that's okay. It serves its purpose of cutting out the circle, and it doesn't waste any paper, which is fantastic. So let me just get some adhesive on here and attach that. It's soft succulent 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 folded that way. And I'll lay that, center that on there. And then I'm just going to take and flip this over and put a little bit of adhesive on here. And because the copper is cut out just that smidge larger than the designer series paper, it's going to cover up that circle like so. So there's not going to be any kind of mark or line or anything showing there. And this I do want to pop up with some dimensionals. So I'll put, about 4 to 5 dimensionals on there. Not so good at evenly spacing the 5. 4 is pretty easy, but I wanted a little bit more lift on there for the card. And then, like if you're really talented and good at puzzles, you'll be like, okay, this is where that kind of fit. And I'm not sure. I could be totally wrong or close, but I really don't think it matters as far as placing that pattern right back exactly how it was or where it was. I think this will work just fine like it is. And now we can go on. And even before I forget, even with that popped up, you really can't see any of that circle underneath, which is really fun. So now it's time for the greeting though. And for that, I'm going to pull out my beautiful trees dies. And that's where these cute little birds come from. And whoops. And this, you can tell I'm starting to have some wrist trouble again, and picking up things isn't my friend lately. Like this week has been hard for that for some reason. So beautiful trees dies. So then you kind of go, oh yes, those from the annual catalog. There we go. Annual catalog. That means those are 20% off too till tomorrow or through tomorrow. All right. So before I cut this out, I'm going to do my stamping first. And that's going to be with the soft suede ink pad here. Going to open that up, but I'm also going to bring over my Stampin' Mat because the Banner Year stamp set is photopolymer see-through there. So I'm going to stamp up with the soft suede that sentiment that says Christmas wishes. Nice and bold, easy to read, very nice. And then we can just pull over the mini cut and emboss machine. And this is kind of a tight fit, but yet such a perfect fit. It's almost like the sentiment was meant to go in that frame. So I'm just gonna set that cutting mat on top. And if you see, I kind of have this staggered here. Some people like to really take their sandwich and their die and everything and just put it together as close as they can and put it through. This machine doesn't like that as much, so I think it's kind of a lazy way to stagger it. You know, you kind of set it in, set things on as you go, and it's quick because you're not having to, you know, keep everything so tight as it goes through. And so it actually is how the machine likes to be fed, so keep that in mind. Now these birds here, I'm going to take a little piece that is kind of more of a gold, just for a different look. Everybody has those scraps, you know. And then we have 2 birds with 1 stone, just kidding. And then I have like just this little piece here because we all like to use our scraps. And so I'm going to use that same die, and this does not seem like it's that big of a scrap, but I can still cut out 2 more birds with the copper look from just that little tiny piece. And we only need 2 birds, and so now I'm going to have a total of 4, but I think it adds so much to have, oops, it's kind of stuck to my cutting pad to have 2 different colors of that metallic brushed metallic cardstock. So we kind of have the gold and the copper there, and it's really going to make the card kind of pop that way too. So now we can add this to it. Since this is popped up, this part needs to be popped up to keep it even, and I don't want to pop this side up because otherwise it's going to look like a teeter-totter. So let me just grab 1 dimensional here and put that on this side, and then the other side I'm just going to put my adhesive on. So half adhesive, half dimensional, and then when I put that on top of my circle and scallop circle, now it's all the same height like so. And I'm going to just take 1 of each of these birds, so 1 copper and 1 gold, and They're perfectly sized for the mini dimensionals. And so I'm just going to put dimensional on that one. And then this one has a dimensional on it already. Because when I was making my card, I wanted the birds facing the opposite way. And then I realized that, oh, maybe it's not going to come off. I kind of stuck the paper back on it. Okay, here it goes. Just being extra whatever. So I wanted the birds, I realized the birds face different directions. And when I was making my first card to show you, I was using both of the birds that were facing this way, and I wanted opposite facing birds. So this one is going to be more the gold tint over here. And then this one is going to be the copper. Whoops, like so. So they're both popped up. One's going to kind of nest down in there a little bit, and this one's going to set up like so. And you guys know me, and I love adding extra embellishments and things to accessorize the card. But when I started pulling out, like I pulled out the In Color, which has Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, or the Genial Gems, which also is kind of a soft succulent color, I felt like it was looking kind of too rhinestoney, shiny versus classy, brassy. And it just, the embellishments kind of were clashing. And I thought, you know what? With the busyness of the pattern, and I wanted the birds to kind of be the star of the show on the pretty paper, I'm just leaving it like this. And I think less is more for this card. And so if you find some embellishments and you like them, that's great. But I wasn't liking what I was coming up with on my card. But I will finish the inside for you guys. And there again, that is from the Banner Year stamp set. And for the inside, I'm pulling in Soft Succulent. Thank you, Missy. And really pretty simple. And so this is the inside cut 4 by 5 1/4. Whoops, that was a Christmas Wishes. So from Banner Year, they have Be Merry. And then they also have just like some holly leaves. So it's 2 separate stamps. But you know me, if I can put them on the same block at the same time and stamp them out together, then it saves stamping time, and then it's automatically lined up. So I've got that on there for my inside to follow through with the color theme of the card base. And then that can go right in the inside of my card. For a quick and easy Christmas card like this, wouldn't take much to pop out a whole bunch of these for your card sending needs for the Christmas season. Hey there, Donna. So yeah, that is card number 10 already. Okay, so oops, there I am. How you can get my set of 10 cards that I've made this month. Now you've seen them all, but you still have through the end of the month to let me know if you'd like them or order to get them. So hey there, Barb. You will probably have to rewatch if you want to see the card. I'm at the end. So how you can get the set of 10 cards now that you've seen them is order using the host code, and then you'll with a $75 minimum order, you'll get the whole set of 10 for free. Some of you have been able to do that with the ink pad card and die cardstock and die sale that's going on through tomorrow. And then if you just want the set of 10 cards, just say, hey, Belle, I want the set of 10, and they're $25. And so that's how you can get the set of 10. And then keep in mind, starting Monday through Wednesday, I will be demoing 3 more cards for Deb King's party. So she has her own host code that's separate. And so if you want to order to get her cards or to support her online party, that would be great. And so I will have those card demos next week. Her host code's already on the top post of this page. So if there's something that you need through the sale and want to order through her party, you can sure do that, because that's already started, and that will go through the end of the month as well. And then if you're out and about this weekend or want to get out and about this weekend, consider joining me at the Okoboji Lutheran Bible Camp. I will put a post on here later tonight with directions how to get there. I'm going to put the camp's address in there, but there's a lot of road construction due to water pipes that they're digging in. So it's going to kind of be maneuvering to get there, but it'll be worth it if you get there. If you want to see what it's about. So a lot of people are like, what is it like to craft there all weekend? Well, you can come and just check that out too. Stop in, pop in and say hi, and I will have some retired product for sale as well. And I will post the hours that I'm going to be there for sure during my pop-up sale, because I might buzz out, I might have supper, and just do different things. So I want to be sure that I'm there. And if the times that I post don't work for you, just text and see if there's a time that I can be there for you too. So have a great weekend, even though it's Wednesday. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care.